Hey guys, what's going on? Just going to take a quick look here at Fantom. Ticker for this is FTM, and I'm currently on a weekly time frame. I've covered this coin a few times in the past, but I haven't taken a look at it lately. So I'll just give you a kind of like a brief rundown of where I think the most important levels are. Okay, so if you want to trade this, obviously right here, this upsloping level of support. If you want to draw it, just take a trend line, connect the top of these candle bodies right here, and then run it basically right here, right here. So we have multiple touches on this line of support, and we broke below it, and now we've come up and reclaimed this level, right? So where we are right now, I'll kind of zoom in for you. You see that we're kind of having like a little bit of a fight here. This candle, pretty much like an indecision candle. We have a long wick to the upside, long wick to the downside, but the body right now is positioned above this upsloping level of support that we just reclaimed. Okay, next level I would recommend that you draw on your chart is going to be this downsloping level of resistance. So just take a trend line, connect it from the top of these candle bodies right here, and then just run it down. So we have pretty much this wick coming very close to it, and then these candle bodies, and then we recently broke above that as well. Actually, let's take another look at this candle. You see on the long wick to the downside, look where the buyer stepped in. They stepped in right here on the retest of this broken level of resistance. Okay, next we have this horizontal line. So just take a horizontal trend line and identify the top of these candle bodies right here and just paste it right there. Okay, so you see this level. I'm going to zoom in a bit. It was support right here. So, you know, the price would trade below it, have this long wick, but by the time this candle closed on Sunday evening, buyer stepped in, bought it up, and this level was protected, right? Then the following week, same story, but when the candle body closed below, that was a sign that the bears were taking control, and then you saw a pretty strong follow through to the downside in the coming weeks. From there, when the bull stepped in, bought it up, look where we got rejected, this horizontal trend line again. So this former level of support flipped to resistance. Now if I zoom out and see if we have any other history here, yeah, all throughout here this horizontal line was the support, broke below it, it was resistance right here as well. Okay, so right here again, look at this level. This will show you how important this particular level is. When we had this pump to the upside, look at this fight right at this level, right? So the price sold all the way down here to 30 cents, but by the time this candle closed, this level was salvaged, right? The candle body closed above it, almost 20% higher, right? So obviously this is a level that a lot of traders are looking at. Now, if we see where that is in relation to where we are. Okay, so we have reclaimed the upsloping level of support that I showed you right here, and we've broken out of this downsloping level of resistance. Okay, so this is the support that we're at, right? We have two strong levels of support, and then this is the local level of resistance. So the price right now, about 32 cents, and this resistance is just under 40 cents, so 0.3945. Again, if you want to draw it in your chart, just paste it right at the top of these candle bodies right here, but very, very significant level of both support and resistance, just depending on where the price is in relation to it. Now, for me, the time to get into Fantom will be a break of this level, right? I'm not really interested in getting in right now. I mean, actually, let's take a look at this on a smaller time frame and let's see if this looks appealing. Okay, so right now, smaller time frame, you see this upsloping level of support. That's where the price is right now. So far, it's holding. However, we did break below, and again, this is where we got the retest of the downsloping level of resistance that we broke out of, right? So far, this is a successful resistance to support flip. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this level holds. However, what I'm most concerned about is the weekly time frame, and the weekly candle closes tonight at about 8 p.m. Eastern time. So keep an eye on this. Again, I'll put it back out for you. What you want to see is basically if we closed where we are right now, that would be a good sign, right? We want to see this candle body closing above both of these levels of support, primarily this one right here. So this, again, this upsloping level of support, we want to see a candle body close above it in about 8 hours or so. Okay, back down to the daily time frame. Now, would I take a trade right here? Because we've already broke below it once, probably not. But if I did, the trade would look something like this. But right now, actually, given that it is Sunday and before the weekly candle close, there tends to be a lot of volatility. So to enter a trade right now with a tight stop loss, there's a higher than usual chance that I would end up getting stopped out if I took this trade, but let's just see what it would look like, right? So if we entered right here, I'd have to place my stop loss below this wick and below this upsloping level of support, and then the target on that up here. It would give me a pretty good risk-reward ratio, 1 to 3.18, risking 5.73% on the trade to potentially get over 18%. So not bad, not bad. But again, just considering that it is Sunday evening, I'm probably not going to take this personally. Now, where I would potentially enter a trade, well, a couple positions, right? For starters, the first touch, if we come up here on basically, I would take it down to the daily time frame and put my short on based on the daily time frame with a tight stop loss just above it, and then I would probably target down around this upsloping level of support. So that's a potential trade opportunity. But one thing to keep in mind when you're entering shorts right now is the market as a whole is kind of turning around, right? So we are entering a very bullish phase of the market. So if you're entering shorts for most of these charts, you're going to be counter trend. A short right here wouldn't be counter trend. However, you got to consider what the market is doing as a whole, right? And we could potentially be coming out of this long-term consolidation accumulation range, and the first sign of that is that we have broken this downsloping level of resistance that was in play for over a year, about a year and a half, right? So taking shorts right here is risky. If I decide to do it, it's going to be not on a weekly time frame, it's going to be on the daily time frame, and I'm going to have a conservative price target. Again, my target on that will just be a retest of this upsloping level of support, and I'm going to have a very tight stop loss if I take the trade. However, if we're able to break this horizontal level and close a weekly candle body above it, then that's my cue to enter a long position, and this is the trade that I would actually prefer, right? So long position based on the candle body close above here. Again, that's slightly over 39 cents, and my first target on that is going to be all the way up here at 53 cents. So that's going to be a pretty nice trade opportunity, actually. And why 53 cents, you might be wondering? Well, a couple of reasons. We have confluence with the price. So I marked it out right here, but actually I'll just show you. I'll take a take a horizontal right, and you'll see it's right at the top of these candle bodies right here. Okay, if I extend it out, see, right at the top of these candle bodies right here. But it's also, I think it's pretty sure it's a Fibonacci retracement level, right? So I'll run it from the top down to the bottom here, and let's just see where it lines up. Okay, if I take the fib pull from the top to the bottom, the swing high all the way down to the swing low, this is the 382 retracement level, right? And we've already gotten a rejection off of this. So if it comes back up to this 382, again, it's about 52 to 53 cents. That's the 382 retracement. Beyond that, we have the 50. However, at the 50%, I don't have much confluence with the price, okay? So this isn't going to be a level I'm going to have as much confidence shorting at. But the next level up, this golden pocket range, the 618 to the 65, I do have a lot of confluence at this level. Okay, so again, it's the golden pocket on the Fibonacci retracement. However, if I get rid of this, it's also right here. It was support all throughout here, support, support, support. So obviously, if we come up to this level where we have the confluence of basically the former level of support, which will now likely flip to a resistance level, and the 618 retracement, a lot of people are probably going to look at this area as a region to take profits, and people that aren't in the market are going to look at this as an area to open short positions, right? So just be aware of this level if you're going to trade Fantom, and definitely I would recommend just marking it on your chart. So as you can see, I have it marked out as a zone, and again, that is based off the 65 and 618 retracement level, what's commonly referred to as the golden pocket range. Okay, so to recap, Fantom starting to look better. However, I'm not going to get too excited until we start closing a weekly candle above this key level at slightly over 39 cents. Once we do that, that's going to be my cue to enter long positions. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. We have reclaimed this broken level of support, and the price came all the way back down to retest this lower region once again at around, I don't think I've told you to draw this on your chart yet, actually. So if you want to do that, just the lows here. So it was the low right here, the low right here, the low right here. 3 touches bouncing off this trend line, and that's around 17 cents. So after this rejection at the 382 retracement and this downsloping level of resistance, we came all the way back down, retested the lows once again, and now we have broken out of a 1.5 year long resistance line. And not only that, we have reclaimed this upsloping level of support. So far, this looks really good on Fantom. In about 8 hours, watch how this candle closes. And what you want to see is this candle closing above these lines. And then my cue to enter a long position is going to be a weekly candle body close above here. Taking it down to the daily, I mentioned that you can potentially enter a long position based off here with a stop loss below here. However, I'm not personally going to take that trade just because it's Sunday and I normally expect a lot of volatility before the weekly candle close, right? So this is the trade that it makes sense. I think it was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. However, I'm not going to personally take it. Alternatively, if you wanted to enter a short, you can look up here as a short opportunity at around 39 cents with a stop loss slightly above. I probably won't take that trade either. What I'm looking for is longs right now, just given the overall sentiment of the market, right? So I'm looking for longs, and my trigger for a long is going to be a weekly candle close above here, and then these are the levels I'm going to target, right? So once again, that is about 53 cents. We have the 50, but I don't have that much price confluence with the 50. And then the next level up is this golden pocket range, 618 to 65, where we do have confluence at this very, very key level, which was the support zone, and obviously a strong long-term support like this. When the price approaches it again underneath, it's going to serve as a resistance most of the time. All right, guys, hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, smash the like button. If you want to get notified when I release new content, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you click away without doing that, you're probably going to have a hard time finding the channel again in the future, just because it's relatively new. As you can see, there's less than 2,000 subscribers, and because of that, I'm not really prioritizing the search algorithm. So if you want to get these updates, make sure to click subscribe and then click the bell and then click on all. Also, if you want to place to trade Fantom, check out the links in the pinned comment and the description. There's a link to 3 different exchanges there. All 3 are offering you guys sign-up bonuses. For 2 of them, you're likely going to have to submit your personal information, like they have KYC process. But for one of them, you don't. The one that you don't have to do that is called BingX. So if you don't want to submit your documents, check that one out. And you may need a VPN to access the exchanges depending on your location. So if that applies to you, I also put a link to a VPN, a promotional link to a VPN in the pinned comment and description as well. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.